Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. In this video, I want to tackle the question of looking at testosterone cream versus injection. As a pharmacist, it's a question that a lot of men ask me because they don't know which way to turn. So I'm going to kind of hit the high points, the things that I think are the most important, and you'll be able to make the decision that's best for you. So first and foremost is a lot of people want to look at, which one is going to be easier to use, and they automatically think, hey, a cream's going to be easier to use. I'm not saying it's not easier to use, but there are pros and cons to each method. So yes, applying a cream is not going to be as painful as giving an injection. However, when you apply the cream, you have to be careful because that cream can rub off on other people. You have to be careful about what you touch. So there are those factors to consider with the cream. Also, most doctors, when they prescribe the injection, they will say, hey, I'm going to give a deep intramuscular injection, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. That's not the way I would personally dose testosterone injections. I would do subcutaneous, and I would do it more frequently, which sounds bad, but doing a subcutaneous injection, which is just below the skin, much less painful. For some people, that's a huge win. Okay. So from an overall ease of use, I would probably give the advantage to cream, but I think there's some misconceptions about injection too, as far as how easy it is to use. If your doctor insists on doing a deep intramuscular injection, yes, the cream would win, in my opinion, as far as ease of use. Now, as far as safety, I would call that kind of a wash. And what I mean by that is we're going to be looking at side effects. We kind of touched on a couple. As far as the injection side effects are injection pain, maybe an injection site reaction. As far as the cream, you can have reaction to the cream. Like I said, it can rub off on other people. It can be a little harder to dose because it's not as exact. So I would kind of call this a wash. I think the safety profile for both of them is roughly equivalent. As far as effectiveness, this is a big one. Again, I would kind of call this a wash. They're both effective. Now, the one thing I would say as far as, and we'll kind of touch on this in the next one, which is onset of action. Actually, I was dwarfed on it now, but onset of action is going to be much faster for injection. By and large, that's going to be the case for everybody. That doesn't mean that cream can't have a more rapid onset action. It really kind of depends on the person. But I would say with cream, you're going to be looking at a week to 2 to 3 weeks before you really get it up to the levels you want, versus an injection is going to happen much quicker. So as far as effectiveness, I'm calling that equal. It does depend on the person. As far as onset of action, the injection is the clear winner there. Next thing we'd want to talk about is dosing. No, cream is something that you're going to be applying every day. You have to think about when you're going to take a shower. You're going to have some of these other factors to consider. Clothing, like I said, you don't want to be touching other people. So it's dosed more frequently, and there are some of those factors as far as transmission to other people that you want to think about. Now, with the injection, again, it really depends on how your doctor is going to dose this. If it's a once a week injection, that sounds great, and it's very infrequent, and a lot of people like that. However, just from an effectiveness standpoint, that's not the way I prefer to see it dosed. I prefer to see it dosed maybe subcutaneously every other day. I think that more closely mimics what your body would naturally produce from testosterone. With once a week intramuscular injection or once every 2 weeks, you're going to have this big jump when you give the injection of testosterone, and then it's going to fall off. That's not normally what happens in your body. So whenever possible, I like to kind of mimic what the body normally does. So as far as dosing, I'm going to kind of put an asterisk next to injection. If you're doing the traditional once every week or once every 2 weeks, I would prefer to use the cream. But if you're doing a daily or every other day subcutaneous, less painful, smaller dose injection, then I would be great with doing an injection, because if you do a subcutaneous injection the right way, it does not hurt that much. Okay. That's people's biggest concern. The other thing I like about injection is you can give a much more accurate dose. That's a little harder to do with creams. There's more variance. It's difficult to measure creams when you apply them. So in a way, this is kind of a wash. It just depends on how you're doing it. Again, if it's the more traditional injection dosing where it's every week or two, I would not personally be a fan of that. Again, it's up to you and your doctor. But if I was doing a more frequent subcutaneous, I feel like I'm going to get a better dose, quicker results doing it that way. So those are the main factors with dosing. Now, as far as cost, we'll call this a wash as well, because it really depends on your insurance and everybody's is different on what they prefer. So we'll just kind of call that a wash. Nowadays, with testosterone being available generic, prices have come down much more reasonable. So not as big of an issue. The biggest thing when you're deciding between a cream and injection, in my opinion, is going to be, how do you feel about injections, whether it's intramuscular or subcutaneous? Some people just can't get over that. Obviously, cream would be the big winner there. Onset of action, I don't consider that as important, but if you want the quicker onset of action, injection would win. And then I think it just comes down to how you're going to dose this. Again, if you're doing the once a week injection, it's very common, but it's a painful IM injection, intramuscular, and I don't find it as effective. So I would opt for the cream in that case. But if it's the subcutaneous, I would feel really good doing that injection. So those are some factors to consider. Let me know in the comments other video topics that would be helpful to cover. And also remember, guys, if you're someone in this situation looking at testosterone, there are natural ways to increase it in ways that you probably haven't heard of before. As a matter of fact, I share one of those stories on my email list. You grab your free checklist here. Share a story of a gentleman in his 60s who saw his testosterone increase significantly without any lifestyle changes. But I share what he did in that email. So make sure to go grab that. I hope this was helpful, guys. I'll see you next.